I'll be showing you today how to change the alternator out on a Bobcat M600. First thing we're going to do is very important. We're going to hook our positive so we don't short nothing out. Now I got to get in there. We have my alternator that's underneath this one is underneath the seat. So I'm going to take the seat out. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, there's bolts right here that holds the seat on. Mine is 9/16 socket. Don't lose your washers. I just dropped one, so I might get another one. We're going to get the other side off here next. Alright. And as you see, it's going to be a very tight fit in here, so I'm going to try to give you the best video that I can. Alright, the seat should be ready to come up and out. Like I said, it's very important that you unhook your battery so you don't short nothing out if you accidentally touch anything. Alright, now there's a bolt underneath the alternator here. I can't really show you, but it's a 9/16 socket you'll need. I think I'm going to need an extension too. Nope, I got lucky enough on that end. You need a wrench and socket 9/16. And that's why, you know, when I said you want to unhook your battery from your battery, because obviously when you work around this stuff, you can short yourself out, and that's not a good thing. So once you get that one off, I got the nut and washer. We're going to take this top one off, which that's a 1/2-inch socket. And we got to take it all the way off. Alright, now it should have slid far enough to get the belt off. So take your belt off there. Yeah, you can see. Now that bolt underneath there that's still in there, you got to get that rest of the way out. It's just right there. It should just, it's kind of a tight fit. We have to loosen this bracket here to get some play, which we're probably going to have to loosen anyways to get the new alternator put in. So yeah, once that bracket's loose, you can bring that alternator straight out. Now there's 2 wires on this one, so we're going to be unhooking the white one and the red one here. I gotta get a wrench for it. Alright, now this nut right here is 7/16. Go ahead and get that off because that's for your wire there. And now your alternator should be off of there. Oh yeah, it's out. You can hear it. All right, this is my new alternator. Right there. There's the part numbers and all. I bought the one wire alternator, so you don't have to have all kinds of wires to just be one, which it'll run on this. Just this red wire here goes directly to the battery. Makes life a lot easier. You can run a new wire back there. I suggest put a fuse on it, which mine already has a fuse, so I ain't got to worry about it. And as you see, it says battery, so it goes directly to your battery. That bolt nut should be 7/16. Tighten it up. Move my wrench out of the way, or fall down. All right. Make sure you take your paper off your alternator. Now we're going to go ahead and get these bolts put in there. I'm going to have to do some rearranging here. All right, since this alternator is a little bit wider here than my new one, or than my old one, I'm gonna have to get rid of this tab here. All right, down there, I cut off this tab with a cut-off wheel. Make sure you wear protection, you know, if you do it. I'm not gonna put another tab on there. It'll hold pretty well decent. It's not like it's gonna have a lot of strain on it. Which I'm gonna have to get longer bolts. All right, went with a longer bolt. I think it's like a 2.5 inch long bolt. We're gonna slide it through there. And then down here in this bracket, we're gonna slide it in. Get it tightened up. All right, since that's sitting there now, we're gonna get our bolt put on. First off though, you know what I messed up on? We gotta take that bolt back off. I messed up. My bracket's hanging right here and it's in the way. So yeah, don't forget to lift your bracket up and out of the way. The top one that gets you where you can tighten your belt up. Alright, got it. Like I said, it isn't. Just gotta play around with it. This is a very tight area. I would like to get you the best pictures I can, which I tried. All right, I moved a little bit of this out of the way. This bracket here, if you loosen up, it moves side to side to help, because this alternator is bigger than the original one that was in there. So I had to slide that around to make that work. And I got this bolt started. Get your belt on your pulleys, your big pulley first, and then your alternator one. And we want to get it on there, that bracket there. All right. Now, before we tighten the bottom one, we're going to have to tighten the top one first. 9/16. And we're going to have to do some prying, too, to get the belt tight enough. And see, I'm prying. And I'm kind of by myself. It's kind of hard to do. So I need to get this bolt somewhat. It's already started tight. You don't want to be prying too much on them fins of the alternator. But we got to get some kind of pressure on that. To keep that belt on there. Now once you get your bottom one tightened up, I got this one that's loose yet too, so I'm going to tighten it up. See how that's now tightening that belt up. Once I get things tightened up, it'll straighten up. All right, we got all that all tightened up. Make sure you put a fuse in this just in case if it wants backfeed, it doesn't start a fire or anything, it just blows that fuse. Ask your parts store person, for the best fuse for that alternator. Mine's a 30 amp. All right, interesting deal too is alternator. I can't run this and talk to you at the same time because there's too much vibration, too much noise. But if you're careful, don't be touching this wire here. But if you put your wrench in the back of this alternator and it sticks to it, that means your alternator is still good. If it doesn't, that means your alternator is bad. When it's running, make sure your machine's running when you do that. So that's a good way to tell if your alternator is good. Remember, just don't touch this positive wire to this alternator or you'll be arcing some stuff out. Another good way to tell is if you take your positive wire off your battery, and it stays running, you know your alternator's charging then. See how it's sticking? Once it feels like it's a magnet there, it's working. So that gives you 2 ideas, to try out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the seat and everything back on. Pretty much that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.